Much like any other media sector that plays an important role in our everyday life, gaming had its fair share of controversial moments that made it into the news. And the truth is that people are hungry for scandal, and this is why such events propagate very fast and become notorious in a short period of time. And because such divisive moments remain forever engraved in our collective memory, we've put together a list featuring 10 of the biggest scandals that shook the world of video gaming. Definitely the most explosive scandal from recent years, Gamergate rocked the gaming industry in such a way that we are still talking about it even after more than 3 years have passed from the incidents. What started as a small sex conflict between developer Zoe Quinn and the journalist Nathan Grayson evolved into a horrible parade of online shaming and harassing, where a lot of people who worked in the industry were mercilessly thrashed for things they had never done. The breakup between Hideo Kojima and Konami, more precisely the company where he worked for no less than 3 decades, was one of the most shocking news of recent times, taking everyone by surprise. After removing Kojima's name from many promotional materials for Metal Gear Solid 5, the proverbial cherry on top was the moment when Konami banned him from accepting his own award at the 2015 Game Awards, but things didn't end there. Hideo created his own company, taking all the developers from his former employer with him. Kickstarter is a real blessing for the small developers who'd like to show their projects to the world but don't have enough money to do it on their own. But even this inherently good venture had to be tainted in some way sooner rather than later, and the incident where Peter Molyneux raised $800,000 for his God Simulator Goddess and then handed over the project to a mobile developer without returning to finish it is an example of how Kickstarter can turn bad really fast. Mass Effect was a revolutionary title that changed the world of video gaming ever since it was released. Its dialogue-based gameplay and the fact that the player's choices affected the final outcome of the plot being two of the aspects that made it such a respectable title. But Fox News had a different opinion, and in one of their shows, they called the game a sex simulator with nothing more than full digital nudity and playable graphic sex. We guess that everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but stigmatizing a gaming title in such a shameless way without even playing it once is pure evil. It wasn't even that bad. The procedurally generated universe of No Man's Sky was every gamer's dream come true, the amount of new and original content they would encounter in-game being virtually infinite, but as reality has it, the final product was not as good as expected. In fact, No Man's Sky was often dubbed No Man's Lies for the false advertising it used in its trailers and the lack of content with which gamers were smacked over the face with while roaming the universe in search of new and, hopefully, player-populated worlds. If you're a gaming company and have a very specific death wish of ruining your firm's reputation, then Capcom has the perfect recipe for you. Make 12 of the total in-game characters only DLC available, and don't even bother to remove them from the disc, just guard them by a paywall that will turn gamers insane. Street Fighter X Tekken is notorious for locking up some of the most popular fighters of the franchise on the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 versions, practically showing players that Capcom is all about making money by any means necessary. Esports are a fantastic means of earning good money out of doing what you love most, namely playing video games. But as with any form of respectable sport, there are a lot of ways of cheating, so fixing StarCraft 2 matches should not come as a surprise, right? These unorthodox means of rigging competitions happened right in South Korea, the motherland of StarCraft, and when the scandal surfaced, the entire gaming industry was heavily shaken by it and its future implications. It's a good thing that the culprits have been arrested and banned for life from playing this game. PUBG could do with taking a few notes here. Probably not a lot of gamers know that the ESRB, or Entertainment Software Rating Board, came into being as a result of a scandal between Nintendo, Sega and the first Mortal Kombat game that made a lot of waves with its intense score and the violence it featured in its gameplay. As neither company could settle on how they would rate the game so that it wouldn't fall in the hands of unknowing children, the Congress somewhat forced the gaming industry to regulate its media products, or else they would intervene and take the lead. Of course, no one wanted this outcome, and this is how the ESRB was actually formed way back in the day. Jeff Gertzmann expressed his opinions on the game Kane and Lynch more than one time, and everyone knew about his adversity towards the title. But when he was suddenly fired by GameSpot soon after making his opinions public, people started to question how the gaming review world really works. Even though there was no sure confirmation on how and why Jeff was sacked by the popular publication, a scandal immediately erupted and gave people enough food for thought to last them for years to come. This was our list discussing some of the most intense gaming scandals, and we hope you've enjoyed our video. Make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons because it helps us immensely, and why not leave a comment below while you're at it. You can also check out GameBite.com for even more from the world of gaming. But until next time, thanks for watching, and have a great day.